Make sure everything and everybody is on. Okay, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I don't know what's going on with my light. Excuse me. Anyway, good morning, good morning, good morning. My name is Marian King, owner of Empty Nest Logistics and more. I wanted to come on here. Welcome, 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 y'all. um, First off, if you are looking for a course, forgot to do that. For the duration of this live, okay, you can get my self-paced dispatching course for $97. Okay, save for $97. All right, only while I'm live. Okay, the Trinity. For those of you who are wanting to get into the Trinity, the Dispatch Trinity. The Dispatch Trinity consists of the self-paced dispatching course in its entirety, the coaching and mentorship resource video library, and access to live assistance in your business. It's a $3,000 offer, but I have it broken down into a monthly subscription of $50 that will open for the last time for 2022 on November the 15th. On November the 15th, it will open. Get in the membership then. It will not open again until I'm saying right now January the 15th, but I'm not quite sure yet. So if you're wanting to be in position to check out the information whenever you want to and still operate in your life, that will be available to you. But if you just want the course, 30-day access to it, you can get it right now while I am live for $97. Okay, if you're someone who already took a course or you don't quite know how to cold call, right? I have an ebook. Hit the link in my bio. Go to my Shopify store. Get the ebook. The title is My Homeboy Said. It will help you find your own carriers on the FMCSA website. It will help you interview the carriers on the FMCSA website. It will help you to overcome objections that some of these potential carriers may have, such as why should I pay you? What can you do for me that I can't do for myself? My homeboy said all I need is a box truck, non-CDL, go online, get me a dispatcher, and I'll be making $10,000 a week. That sort of thing. It will help you to respond to those. And then lastly, one of the things in there is how to speak to a broker when you first make the phone call. Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. I ain't gonna be long. Just getting these announcements out of the way, but I see y'all. Hey, good afternoon. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about partnering with a carrier. Okay, releasing yourself or releasing the carrier, um, and for different reasons. Again, these are suggested things. These are things that I have done, things that I put together. Make sure you got your paper and your pencil because y'all we never know where it's gonna go, and you want to make sure you don't want to miss it. Um, and last, we're gonna talk about plan of action, and contracts. All right, these are all kind of short subjects. They're long in the membership, but I'm gonna hit you with what you need. All right, so the first thing is partnering with a carrier. Okay, although this is my business, okay, and although this is their business, so it's my dispatching business, is their trucking business. Okay, although we are partnering, I work with the carrier. As a dispatch business, I am just a dispatch business until I go into a contractual agreement with an established transportation business, and they allow me to work for them, speak on their behalf, do all of the administrative duties that I offer for their company. Okay, that's very important because people think they can start dispatching the dispatching company and start contacting brokers and shippers on whose behalf? You don't have a an authority. You don't have the authority. You cannot be doing that. I understand what you've been taught. Okay, but that backtrack is no joke. All right. So in this partnership, okay, you contact them as your dispatch service. You contact them. Hey, on the FMCSA website, you find them. You look them up. All of these steps, play by play, again, are in the ebook My Homeboy Said. You find them, you call their number, you take a look, you see if they are active, authorized for property. Okay, when you see they're authorized for property, an ideal um, carrier for an independent dispatcher is someone who has 1 to 3 drivers, okay, and maybe 3 pieces of equipment. So when you see 1 and 1, that means it's one driver, it's one piece of equipment. Hurry up and call them. More than likely, they need a dispatcher. They're new in the industry and they're going to need your services. 2 drivers, 2 pieces of equipment. Okay. 2 drivers. I'm sorry, 4 drivers and 2 pieces of equipment. You know they're going to be doing um oh, I can't pull my words together. Teams. You want to call them. When you see fleets and you see 10, 25, 10, 20 drivers, and then you see 40 pieces of equipment, keep it kicking. They don't want an independent dispatcher. They either already have a contract with a business, but they still have to go through the same steps in the FMCSA to operate as everyone else, and or they are planning to make direct connections with shippers because their fleet is strong and they don't really want to work with us. So your ideal carrier who you're going to call when you see authorized for property is that 1 and 1, 2 and 2, 1 and 2. You know that the low. Okay. All right. So you call them up. Hey, my name is Marian, giving you a call from. I'm sorry. Let me back it up. Good morning, good afternoon, however you want to greet. Am I speaking with the owner of ABC Transportation? Yes, this is them. All right. Hello, my name is Marian, giving you a call with Emmteenest Logistics. I'm calling to see if you're in the market for a dispatcher. I'm calling to find out if you're wanting a dispatcher. I'm calling to find out if you're in need of dispatching services. Whatever is comfortable to your mouth. Okay. They're going to say, yes. Oh, I'm not quite sure what you do, but I heard about you. And that's when you say, all right, well, thank you. And so much. Thank you. And again, my name is Marian with Emmteenest Logistics. I am an independent dispatcher services. I'm a dispatcher service, and the services that I offer are, or what exactly are you needing? Or you can go straight from the ebook my homeboy said. All right, well, congratulations on your new authority. All right, may I ask if you are a CDL driver, a CDL holder, or a non-CDL holder? Or may I ask what piece of equipment? Because it's conversational. And sometimes when you call the carrier, they'll just get to running off at the lip and you just make sure you're going down. Yeah, I'm a CDL holder. Yeah, I have a power only. You know, they're answering all of your points. So you want to make sure that you are writing this down or typing it up. You're documenting that because right now you're Leah. Okay, you're listening and you're taking down what they're saying because you're preparing to educate. All right, and hopefully you will become their advocate. That's Leah. Listen, educate, advocate. Okay. So they tell you all of the things, what's going on, how's it going down. Okay. So they give you all of their expectations. Oh, I want to be making $5 a mile, but they already told you that they're non-CDL and they're in a box truck. You know, they've given you all of the expectations, including the unrealistic expectations. And you, as the SME, the subject matter expert, are preparing to educate them. So I heard you say you want to make $5 a mile. You are just you want to be home every day. You know, you don't want to work weekends and you want to be home before dark. You know, you're giving me all of these things. Okay. According to your specific situation, you are new to the industry. You would need to establish yourself. You would need to be open to going over the road for at least the first 6 months of operating in your business because it's going to be challenging to consistently keep you moving. These are things that you're going to need to know. There are variables that are going to have to go on. Are you in position to financially sustain your personal life and the things that you had before you got into this business, as well as maintain your business? Do you have a cushion? Okay. Are you in financial position to hold yourself afloat until consistency happens in your business? This is important, y'all. We have to ask the difficult questions. We have to ask the uncomfortable questions. Okay. Is there any reason that I cannot send you to a military base or a port? All right. That's low key and nicely asking them, are you a felon? Okay. Some people will get it, some people will not. You will have to ask them, but you will also, in the ebook my homeboy said, will tell you how you have to reassure them. I'm asking this because I need to be as effective as possible for you in your business in order to facilitate the freight that will bring us funding. Facilitate the freight for funding, FFF. Okay. You let me know. And once you let me know, I can assure you that, all right, although you have that on you, you can still run a successful business without ever going to a military base or a port. This is just information that I need to know so I can be effective in facilitating the freight that will bring you funding. Okay, that's real cute, y'all. I just made that one up. in my mind. That's why I tell you, have your pencil and your paper, because we never know where this thing gonna go. Um, but when you have an experience, you never know. Okay, you know that there's some things that's gonna happen. All right. So that's your initial. So things go. Watch your interview process. Okay. If you have a carrier and they pour out what they want, including their unrealistic expectations, and then so they you listen, and then you educate them and you let them know in the first 6 months it is not realistic for you and your business to be home daily, be home nightly, want to be home every weekend. This is the reality of your specific situation from someone with a new authority entering into this space. Now, if they understand you and you all move forward because you are educating them, they're coming in with hearsay. They got all this truck stop gossip and they unloading it on you. They up and left their job due to this gossip. Okay. Once you hit them with the reality, if they are receptive, whether they are receptive or not, you continue to educate them, but you notate. Okay, you can decide what you will and will not work with, because this is a relationship. So if I let you know in educating you that the first 6 months it is imperative that you go over the road, and your rebuttal is, no, I own my own business now, I know it has to be a way for you to do that. I'm going to accept what it is that you said. I'm going to move on and address all of the things that you said, but I have already said in my mind that you and I are not going to be a good fit. And I'm going to bring y'all up on what to say and how to bring that together at the end. I'm going to continue to educate you, because one thing that I'm going to do, regardless of whether or not I become your advocate, is educate you. Because you can turn down my services and you can go and find 30 different dispatchers, and 29 may say the same thing that I say, and number 30 may sell you a pipe dream. Okay, you either you go with number 30, and when you get into the pipe dream, guess what you're gonna hear? You're gonna hear me and the 29 other people who told you about the challenges and the reality of your specific situation, and then you're gonna be ready to cuss out number 30, who promised you that they can make you $10,000 a week, who promised they got all of these connections and they're gonna keep you moving, who promised the reality for your specific situation. Just having a new authority is this: it may be challenging to consistently, that's very important. The word consistent is very important, because we don't have any say so on the industry. We don't have any say so on your faith and your manifestation. Okay. We are going off analytics. Okay. And the way that things have been moving and looking for a new authority with any piece of equipment. Okay. This is important. So if you don't accept, okay, that it is imperative for you to go over the road for the first 6 months until we can get some consistency, until we can get some credibility with brokers in this industry. You have to be open and receptive to do what you have to do until you can do what you want to do. Okay, if you continue to give me pushback, I will accept that and I will move on to the next thing. All right, I understand that you said you wanted to make $5 a mile according to your specific situation. All right, and your equipment at this time, the going rate for this is this, and this is why that is and how that is, and because you want to educate them, you need them to know and understand. You know what you're doing. Okay, I know the information. Even if I ain't moved a truck nowhere, I have studied to show myself approved. Okay, but no, I know I can get five. I know I can get five. All right, well, I will go ahead and educate you on what's happening now. And, all right. So next, you said that you wanted to, I address all of your things. Okay, I educate you on each thing, even if you give me pushback. All right, so now we get to the end. I have educated you. I know that you're not gonna be the A in my Leah. I'm not going to be your advocate. So I said, okay, well, I've given you the information and understanding, at this time. Okay, for your needs, I would not be, y'all, this is going to be good. Y'all better write it down. At this specific time, okay, for your needs and the outlook for success in your business, okay, because we're about to blame it on us because it's real. At this specific time, okay, what you foresee and what your needs are for success in your business as a dispatcher and operating from a space of honesty, I would not be the one that is able at this time to put you in position to see the success that you're seeking. That's it. Again, congratulations on your new authority. Okay. I also wish you well and much success in the business that you are seeking. Thank you so much for your time. You have a great rest of your day. And you hang up your phone. Okay. Now, let's say you operated out of a space of desperation. Okay, you hadn't come in contact with Marian from Empty Nest Logistics and More. You know nothing about the ebook My Homeboy Said. You took your course or you self-taught and you jumped out here and you got you a carrier. All right, and as soon as you call the carrier up and you say, "Hey, am I speaking with the owner of ABC Transportation?" And they said, "This is them." And I said, "Hey, how you doing? My name is Marian. I'm giving you a call with Empty Nest Logistics dispatch services. I'm calling to see if you're in the market for a dispatcher." "Yes, I am. You know, I do need a dispatcher." "Okay, all right. Well, I'm a dispatcher and I dispatch every piece of equipment." Now, you ain't, first of all, let's be real. No dispatcher dispatches every piece of equipment. So, y'all with the flyers and y'all with the, listen, the carriers and the new carriers, they watching me like y'all watching me. So, they know that's not realistic. They know that you have not dispatched anyone, okay? Or you out here trying to get everything because you want to get it. So you're operating from a space of desperation. Okay, so I'm a dispatcher. I can move you. I got connects here because some of the things that you all are saying, you have been taught to say them because you have been taught to put a level of pressure on these people and try to make it look like you have what you don't have. As a dispatcher, let me tell you something. Ding, 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 ding. You do not have loads. You do not have, you won't ever have. If you are not a broker who paid the cost to be the boss, that's 75,000 K bond. I know the carriers don't like to hear it. But the bond, okay, and the money they pay the cost to be the cost for a broker, the broker is boss. I understand you move your truck. I understand without the trucks moving, the brokers will be nothing, the dispatchers will be nothing, nobody will be nothing to nobody. But you, as a carrier who is dispatching for yourself, if you take your tail to a shipper, okay, and you get a contract with that shipper, or you contact the broker and you get that load from the broker, and you tell your homeboy with his own authority, and you broker that load, you are double brokering and you are operating in a space that you should not, and you are about to cost yourself your licensing and your credentials behind trying to be a broker. Go pay your 75K bond, pay the cost to be the boss. So I know you heard me say when you get direct with a shipper, if your homeboy, your friend has a different authority from you, you cannot give them a load. You cannot let them run the shipper contract for you. They have to be leased on to you and they have to operate from your business name, and you have to pay them out like you are their boss. I know it. I know everybody want to get into their own business. Don't nobody want to hit this part, but I want you to be successful and I want you out here. I don't want you in jail. I don't want no felon on your record. And there's nobody out here telling you this. They're ready to tell you, hey, you can be a 6K earner without ever getting in the truck. Hey, leave a people job and start your own and go directly to the shipper. You know what? You can get the load. And if you only got one truck, you can connect up with your homeboy them and they can get on it too. You are not a broker. A broker is the only one that can contact the shipper, tell the shipper that I have access to 60,000 trucks, because a broker is the one that can lease on that can do a carrier packet with everybody across this whole internet. So when they tell the shipper that they have access to 600,000 trucks, they have access to 600,000 trucks because 600,000 carriers have agreed and got on that carrier packet and said, broker, when you find me something, call me. Okay, we got to know this because everybody want to be a boss, but don't nobody want to get no knowledge. Everybody want the coin, but don't nobody want to work. Everybody got a scheme and a scam, but and want to operate in a space of legitimacy with your scammy ways. Come on, bring it together. Bring it together. Can we run a business? Okay, because it's the only way we're gonna get our part of the 900 billion, 800 billion, whatever it is. All right. Good morning, Marian. When we create our flyers, do we put on the flyer trucks we want to learn how to dispatch instead of, okay, so when you get the flyer, okay, here's the thing. With any course that you take, my course specifically, I teach you how to start and run your dispatching business. Okay. I talk about the equipment that I have worked with, but I do not teach. A lot of you are taking these equipment-based courses. Okay, they're telling you and teaching you about a piece of equipment that they know makes money. They're not giving you the foundations and the functionality of running a business. They're not telling you that when you go into these contractual agreements and you never hear from these people again and they sign it and send it back, you have to house that paperwork for at least a year in case your tail get audited because you still run a business. Okay, so when I will say this, when it comes to the flyers, okay, if you have studied the equipment, okay, or you know, even if you didn't study it, because that's your business, and this your business. And if you look crazy when you get into it, you look crazy, but you got to start somewhere. If you only want to run flatbeds or refrigerated or dry van, then you make your flyer that says, I am now accepting, because we're not hiring. Okay. We work for these companies. We partner and go into contractual agreements. I know we don't want to hear the word work for because we're not clocking in, but without a proper contractual agreement with a established transportation business, we are just a dispatch business. We cannot become the action of dispatcher, dispatching, until we have had a conversation and went into a contractual agreement with a carrier that says, you can call on my behalf, you can speak on my behalf, you can contact and pound the pavement, doing whatever you need to do in the name of ABC Transportation. Make sure you know that I am Empty Nest Logistics. This is my business. All right. But when I go into a contractual agreement with ABC Transportation, guess what? I am now, hey, how's it going, Mr. Broker, Mrs. Broker? Everything all right? This Marian giving you a call with ABC Transportation. Broker never knows Empty Nest Logistics is alive. They may know it on a personal tip. They may know me on a personal tip. But when I call them and I say this is Marian with ABC Transportation, they're looking and booking me a load for ABC Transportation. I can call them right back and say, hey, this is Marian giving you a call from DEF Transportation. They don't reserve the right to say, are you the same Marian from ABC Transportation? Nope. That broker gonna say, oh, DEF Transportation, is your flatbed available? This is what I have. I can hang up and call right back, or I can handle that piece of business while we on the line. Okay, send him back the rate information, and then I can say, hey, HIJ is in need of a load, and they have a refrigerated. Guess what he about to do? He about to give me something for HIJ because I'm married with ABC, EFG, HIJ, LMN, and the OP. The broker just want the load moved. Okay, until Marian of ABC Transportation screw over said broker, he gonna run whatever I bring him. Okay, so if you want to just work with box, I'm just using as an example. A specific, put that on there, and I'm gonna here goes some verbiage, y'all. You write it down. I got your boo. Keandra. So you want to put on there. I am now accepting flatbed clients. Okay. I am now accepting flatbed and dry van clients because, again, we are not hiring. We are not the boss. We the boss of us, but we are not the boss of that business. When we go in, that's why y'all will hear me say a lot. We as dispatchers, freight brokers, and transportation owners who want to start their own business and they want to do it themselves, we are operating, I make it real cute, in the space, we are in the administrative role of the independent. We are in the independent administrative role of transportation. Okay, don't we sound good? Okay, like that's not the trash man, that's a sanitation engineer. Okay, that's not the broker, the people who operate in this space, because we are admin. We handle all the paperwork for our business and others. We handle the whole back office for our businesses and others. So when you say, now when I come to you and I say, okay, I'm a dispatcher, you might, take into it, but you done heard a couple of things. But when I come to you and say I operate in the independent administrative role of the transportation industry, you're going to say, oh, well, what is that? Okay. And what we're going to say after that? Well, what I do is facilitate the freight, okay, and finances, and finance coordination for transportation businesses. That's not a whole lot better than I'm a dispatcher. Oh, I just book loads for trucks. Come on with your verbiage. Make that thing cute. Okay, you pull it together. Y'all did that. Y'all know that that's my niche there. Bringing some stuff together making it, pulling it together. You got to. I'm trying to get my wife partner started. Do I get the book for her first? Okay. Then that CP, I think you are a driver. I believe you are. So she will get a lot of insight from you. However, comma, I would advise, depending on what she knows, that she get into the space, the independent dispatcher space, because the way that you will pour into her. All right, and this is important, y'all, for couples, and just to know, if you got a homeboy, homegirl, if you got someone out here, from the driver's point, okay? The drivers, the carriers, they interact with dispatchers, but they don't know what we do. And their interactions with dispatchers are good, bad, and sometimes indifferent. But the only part they're getting is, this is where you're going to be going. This is what you're going to be doing. And if the driver don't like it or care for it, he going to say, no, boo, that's not it. Not today. You tried me. Get me something else. But they don't know the other part behind it. And I know this because I told y'all there are a lot of people who came out of the truck who have taken my course, who have said, ma'am, you own it, who have said, I'm so sorry because I used to give my dispatcher hell, but I had no idea that it's hell behind that desk. Okay, so they're doing it in the independent space. So where this is a spouse, and where the people that you're connected to will help you, is he gonna have his wife, she gonna be off the chain at route planning, because he knows how to route. He's going to be able to help her to operate in this map and run him in a space that makes sense. He's going to be able to help her be like, okay, I started out in Florida, but don't be running me all the way up, to Utah, and then bringing me all the way over here, to damn near Alaska, and then running me back over to Georgia. He's going to be able to tell her, hey, this is where I need to go. He's going to be able to say, do you know that when you're looking at that map, you hit Georgia, and then you're going up to Alabama, and if you go to the right, you're going to Tennessee, and if you go, but he's going to use the southwest, east, west, north. He's going to be able, so she going to be a powerhouse for him. But her admin role is going to have to come from me, okay, because I received that. Okay, because she needs to know and understand. She has felt some of the emotional part of what her husband does, because that's her husband. So she has had to console her husband. She has had to listen to her husband hoop and holler and cuss because the broker them or the dispatcher done tried them. That's a part of what we do. So she's familiar with that part like that. She also is familiar with, my husband need to rest where he need to rest. All right, I'll see you later, 357. Okay, I need to make sure that my husband's health is on point, because he in that truck all that time. I got to make sure he don't get high blood pressure, he don't get gout. These are things that we do as dispatchers, as it's nature to us. Because if that carrier is ill and not on point, if he don't work, if the carrier don't work, we don't eat. Okay, because if they don't work, we really don't eat. Ain't no percentage, ain't no broker or shipper that I can call for you because you said you're not moving today. So that's very important, y'all. So when you're partnering with them, let me get back on task because I got to have a meeting at 12, but this ain't gonna take long. When you're partnering with and you educate them and they have a lot of resistance, I told you what to say. You know what? At this time, I will not be able to bring your business to the success that you seek at this time. Thank you so much. Congratulations on your new authority, and much success in your business. Have a great rest of your day. Get off my phone. Okay, so that's partnering with them, and that's partnering with somebody that's challenging. I already talked to y'all about somebody that's not challenging, that once you educate them and they understand, and then you all have a good conversation and you feel like you want to be their advocate and they feel like they want you to be their advocate, then you at that time say, you know what, this was an excellent conversation. So at this time, if you'll allow me 24 to 48 hours to take a look at areas of opportunity, look at future consistency in your business from the places that you told me you want to go and that we discussed in the plan of action, I'll take that time and I will see what I can see. That's when you go look and you say, you know what, the conversation was good, but can I move this truck? Okay, I'm thinking of the consistent movement that's going to happen within 6 months. So let me look on this load board. Let me call up my broker boo. Let me look at this map. Hey, broker boo, I'm thinking about taking on a 24-foot box. I'm thinking about taking on a flatbed. What do you see? What do you have? We good, because I need to make some decisions, because y'all, we have to stop operating out of desperation and really get into these people and see if they want to work. You will not, y'all won't be able to count the times that somebody has emailed me or asked me to call them and they are crying because they operated in a space of desperation. They did not ask any questions. They hurried up and jumped into it because I quit my job. You know, my husband looking at me crazy because this was and I done took on this carrier and he don't want to work. Everything, let me write this down because we're going to talk about that. Contacting the carrier when you see a load. We don't do that. Okay. But they're giving me problems. Every load I find for them, they say no, or they just say, you know what? I was going to go out today, but I'm tired. Let me tell you one thing about us as dispatchers. Whether you're tired, whether you sleep, when you're moving, even when we got you going, we still have to be mindful in making that next move and making it make sense. You know, we don't get to stop. We don't rest. When you down for your 10 hours, and you laid up and you eating and you chilling and you watching your porn and your Netflix and we're not. Or when you dead sleep, we're not. Okay, so it's important that you all understand that dispatching is a ministry. Okay, this thing is more than booking a load, and there's so many on the outside looking in that think all I do all day is just sit up here and look on the load board. No, sir. No, I say in preparation. I have to stay ready because there is no time to get ready. Because when that truck break down, I need to hurry up and be on that immediately to that broker, because that broker need to be, okay, well, how long is it going to be? They need to see how much time is left. They need to see if they're going to be able to get it fixed, or do they need to get it recovered? They need the things move quick. You can't play. I got, you know, you might have a carrier, you know, a driver that worked for a carrier, and you done booked him a load where the owner done pissed him off and he done left the truck sitting somewhere. You know what? He don't say damn him and his truck. You have to move. You are the nucleus of everything. You're the middleman. You the man. Because in order for that business to run, you have to run it. You know how much money these businesses gonna make before they do. You negotiate that. You negotiate that, and then you tell them, hey, this way you going and this how much you getting paid. They don't call you and say, hey, this how much I'm gonna be getting paid for this. They don't want to negotiate. They don't want to talk to nobody. The owner don't want to talk to nobody until they get ready to cut somebody out. Put me on the line with the broker. I don't know who the hell they think they is. You know, it's all you. And you have to keep that from happening. Okay, because that's still your broker boo. You ain't trying to get your stuff messed up. But that is, you know, bringing on them. Releasing. Let's talk really quickly about releasing yourself or releasing the carrier. Okay. This is still my business. Okay. And although I work with for with you, and I know that in order for me to function and operate in the verb text, okay, in order for me to be a dispatcher, dispatching actively, I need you. However, when we go into this contractual agreement, if you need a contractual agreement, a carrier dispatcher agreement, and you got them 30 pages, throw that junk in the trash. Go to my Shopify site right now for $20. I have created an agreement for you that gets straight to the point. You just plug and play. Okay, that means you put your name on it, you put your logo on it, you read it. If you like what's there, you leave it there. If you want to add something, you put it in there. If you don't like something, you pull it out. Okay. The reason that I created this is, number one, we can have wonderful Leah moments. We can listen, we can educate, and we can become the advocate. And all is well. I can see so much success for you in your business. So I call you back in 24 to 48 hours and I say, hey, and they say, hey, I was waiting to hear from you. So again, this is Marian giving you a call back. So I would like to go ahead and move forward. You know, I see areas of opportunity. Boom, 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 blah, blah. You know, I ain't gonna say boom, 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 blah. Let me use words so y'all know how it goes. I've seen areas of opportunity. I've seen, I can foresee future movements and future consistent movement for you. So at this time, I would like to move forward. They're like, yes. So you got this 30-page thing that somebody done sold you from their course, or you done downloaded from Google because you ain't know. But you got this 30-page. You know everything went well. You send it over, okay? Because this is the next process. You send it over. You allow them 24 hours to read it over. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to give them time. Because you are actually asking to be their power of attorney for their business. That means I can speak for you. I can yes or no for you. I can yay or nay for you. They need to look that over, okay? And this is how I do. I give 24 hours. In 24 hours, I send a courtesy email. Hey, how's it going? Just wanted to make sure that you received, Okay, the agreement. All right, no rush. Just go ahead and take your time. Now it's become 48 hours. Now I'm gonna give you a courtesy call. Now you don't reply to my email. You don't answer my call. And we're supposed to start on Monday. We started this process on this Monday. Okay? Because when you're in the group, but I'm gonna give you the rundown. You want to call them on Monday, you want to get them on Monday. You want to do your 24 to 48-hour research between Tuesday and Wednesday. By Thursday, you want to know what it is that you want to do, and you want to submit the application early in the morning. You want to submit the agreement early in the morning. They got 24 hours, so by early in the morning, Friday morning, they done signed it. All is well, and I'm gonna contact you on Sunday evening to make sure that we still rolling out on Monday morning at 8 a.m. Huh? Ain't that's a lineup? Ain't that's a setup? But again, it's suggested. Ain't nothing that I say is law. Okay, but experience and application is the way that I'm able to speak this so fluently, because I did this every single day, almost 24 hours a day for the last 3 years. All right, this real life. I don't need no script, baby. We don't need no act. Just as we don't need none of that. This is real life. This is real thing. So we're moving forward. They haven't signed. Monday coming. You done did everything right. You finally got somebody. And then I ask you, well, what do you think happened? Well, we did everything and I sent over my packet. I said, well, send me the packet. Baby, I opened it up. First of all, the PDF said it's using up 450 terabytes. That's already let me know right there. It's about to be some bull. This about to be some bull. Because what happens is the attention span, your attention span. Think of it when you apply for a job and they got that thing on there that say upload your resume. You put the resume in, it plug and play. You go to next, and next say, what's your name? What's your address? Where you used to work at? What you doing now? How long you been doing it? You finna say, you know what? Don't even worry about it. Why did I submit my resume? Because your patience and your attention span is not going to do that. And when you send them this long thing, first of all, they're new in the business. So they're already overwhelmed. And then you send them a 30-page affidavit, they're not gonna, you're not gonna hear from them. I'm sorry, boo. So get your agreement right now, $20. Hit the link in the bio, go to the Shopify store, get the agreement, get the ebook, my homeboy said, okay, get you some merch. You know, I got high overcomer merch. But anyway, so releasing. Sometimes you will have some of them that is with the trickery and the foolery. Okay. All right. So you do your interview process. Okay. They give you their expectations, including the unrealistic expectations. All right. So you give them the rundown. They give you a little bit of resistance, but you let them know that, at this time. So they'll be like, well, was it? Yes, because that is something that's very important. You know what? I think I could do that because I have thought about it. I have thought it over. And some of them, they'll call you back. You know what? I thought about that and I will be able to go over the road. I will do what it is I need to do. So you push forward. You go ahead and do what you need to do. As soon as they sign your contractual agreement, huh? And send it back to you and tell you that they're gonna be starting on whatever date they're gonna be starting. They feel like they got you locked in. They will sign it, they will call you back and say, I signed that, but I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now, since we're in this agreement, I'm not gonna be going over the road like that. They feel like you got them locked in. Oh, but you got the right one, baby. Because when we were in the interview process, guess what I was doing? Document what you said. Because when we were in Leah, all right, when we were in listening, okay, and I had my ebook, my homeboy said, and I went through everything that needed to be done, whether you spoken to me or whether I had to ask it for you. I put what you said on everything that I was asking you about in Leah while I was listening. And then when I got to the E in Leah, which is educating you, I told you what the specifics and the reality for your specific situation was. And when everything that you agreed to, everything that you said you wasn't going to agree to, and everything that you came back and said I wasn't in agreement with, then I documented every single thing. So in the interview process, I documented our conversation, what you said, what I said, and what brought us to the agreement of me maybe being your advocate. I document that I ask you to allow me 24 to 48 hours to look for areas of opportunity to see success in your business. All right. As soon as we're done with that call, I send you an email. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me today. I'm so excited about moving forward and helping you and seeing how we can be successful in this partnership. All right. Below are all the things that we discussed on today. All right. In the beginning, you will see, where you let me know where it was that you needed me to be and what you needed. I have all of that. In the middle portion is where I let you know what was needed and what you would need to do according to you, your equipment, and your specific situation concerning this industry. Next, we talked about our plan of action. Plan of action means you told me what you wanted to do. I told you what the industry got going. I also explained to you what it is after we had an understanding, what I can do for you. So you see the steps? Listen, this is everything that you said. You came in here not knowing. You came to the SME. You came to the subject matter expert and you said, I'm going to be rich. I'm going to be home every day. All going to be well, and you going to do it. I came back and said, hey, welcome to the industry. This is how it goes. This is the numbers for your specific situation. This is how it's going to go. This is the expectation. Do you have a cushion? Are you in financial position to handle what needs to be done? Okay, you gave me some pushback concerning being home every day and home every weekend. But once I educated you and helped you understand why that is, and you're building credibility in the first 6 months of your business, you then concluded that I understand that, and this is what needs to be done. And then that's when we agreed to go ahead and move forward, because I thought we came to an understanding. All of this is in here. So once you said what you said, I said what I said. We came to an agreement. I said, here's the plan of action. According to your needs, this is what I'm going to plan and how I'm going to look for things for you. All right. I see that these are the places that you want to be. I also let you know where you want to be and where you need to be. I'm going to put that together so you're going to be able to see that and understand that when we revisit the conversation. I also have here your equipment, what it can do, where it can go, where it should be, and this is how you want to operate. Here is your manual to put in your, because Gina got that on lock, to put in your glove box that has all of the information in your paperwork. This is what I'm going to offer you for coming into my service, for allowing me to be your dispatcher. Here's a set of sheets if you have beds on there, whatever you want to do to welcome them in. Okay, this is all in the plan of action. In 30 days, we are going to plan of action. We're going to revisit this conversation. We're going to see what it is that you said you wanted. We're going to look at what happened in the industry. We're going to see what's happening in the industry at that time, whether good, bad, or indifferent. We're going to discuss it. Okay, in 60 days, we're going to have the conversation again. We're going to go back to this plan. We're going to say, this is what happened in 30 days. In the plan of action, this needed to change, this needed to upgrade, this needed to move, this needed to rearrange. In 60 days, we're going to do the same thing. In 90 days, we're going to do it again. Now, at the 90-day point, we're going to have the same conversation, but a little bit different, because at the 90-day point, we should have done some loans for somebody a few more times. So at that time, I'm going to be telling you how I'm going to push and get on their email list, and I've already done that, and how I'm trying to work that in this position. Has there been any changes in your life? Is this working for you? How you feeling out there? The things, because at the 90-day point, you want to treat that thing like a job. You ain't quite securing that thing until you done been there 90 days. Okay, but if you in the at-will state like Georgia, you up the creek without a paddle at any time. However, we got to speak it in a way that we understand. This your plan of action. This is what we're going to do, and this is how we're going to revisit. Okay, I send you the email with all of that. So now you send me back my agreement, and you done reneged. All right, my paper trail was that original email. I'm going to pull that original email. I'm going to highlight where you disputed me, where I gave you the information, where you came back and said, oh, I thought about that and I can do it. And I told you that this is the reason that we're going to move forward, because as I understand you, you do not have an understanding now, and you are willing to go over the road. However, you have filled out my agreement, and you have sent it back to me stating that I got your ass. I got you. Because in order for us to move forward, I wrote out the reason that I'm going to move forward and how we're going to move forward is if you agree that for the first 6 months in this business, you're going to go over the road. However, in that same written thing and verbal right now, we're going to go ahead and split this right now, because at this time, I will not be able to be the business or the person that is going to get you into the space of success that you want to see it in. Thank you so much for your time. Much success in your business, and you have a great rest of your day. See, here's the thing about us. We own our business. We don't have to deal with anything. In that contract, you can put what you want to put in there. I have in my contract, y'all know a lot of y'all be out here trying to lock in these carriers. Or they're going to work for me. Or they don't work with me, and they're only going to be mine. These carriers do whatever they want to, whenever they want to, because they hold the keys and they hold the cards. But here's how I operate. This me. I put on my agreement what I want to put on mine. See, I gave y'all one where you can add to and take away and do what you want to do. But in mine, I have, you do not, okay, have an obligation to me. Okay. The only thing that I ask you to do is when I contact you at 7 a.m. on the day that we're supposed to move, because I contacted you the night before, or whenever you laid down and I said, are we going to be busting a move tomorrow? And you say, yeah, I'm still going to confirm at 7 a.m. the morning of, because so many things happen overnight. I want to make sure when I confirm at 7 a.m. via whatever way you want to be communicated to, whether it's an email, whether it's a text, whether it's a phone call, when I confirm that we are going to be moving this morning, okay, that tells me I am going to go ahead and get with this broker. And when I contact you with this rate con, you're going to crank it up and you're going to move. Okay. Because when I go into that contractual agreement and I fill out that rate con and I tell that broker that, yes, I have someone that's going to move it. Yes, they're going to be ready right now. Yes, they're going to be on time. That broker expects my word to be my bond. And when you start messing up my word, I can't fool with you. So how I do is when I contact you and I say, hey, did you get the rate con? Because I done already emailed it and I've already sent you a snapshot in your text because I don't play. And you know how I operate. And you say, oh, you know what? I was dealing with another dispatcher and they already found me something. I say, all right, you know what? Thank you so much. Because my immediate thing to do is I need to contact the broker immediately. See, you and we're going to have a conversation in a moment. But I just obligated myself, my word, your business, and my bond to you on a confirmation that you confirmed with me. And now I have to go into the uncomfortable place of contacting this broker and pretty much saying, I lied. I played with your time. I know you thought you was about to move on and do something else with your day, but guess what? Ha ha, you better put this back on the load board. You better call somebody else. Even though you're speaking to them in a professional manner, this is how it's coming off. I played with you. I played with your top. And now I have to call back and tell you, you know what? My word is no good because you, Mr. Carrier, Miss Carrier, you don't have to have that conversation. But I'm going to tell you what it does do, okay? Because I have in my agreement, you are not obligated to me. But when I confirm that you and I are going to be moving, so when I confirm that I'll be making money with you today, I better be making money with you today. And when you say, yes, you will be making money with me today, that's what we better be doing. So if for any reason outside of something that's reasonable, okay, you was ready, you started the truck, the inverter, that sort of thing, because I'm going to grant you one. I am fine with contacting the broker and telling them the tires blew out, the inverter went out. The broker gonna ask me how long do I think they're gonna get it fixed. They're gonna look and see about how long they got before it actually need to be delivered, because the broker don't want to take you off the load. But if you put me in a position where you're not gonna do the load at all because you were working with someone else, I'm going to say, thank you so much for letting me know. I'm going to call the broker back. You know what? I know that I just confirmed and filled out the rate con for you. Unfortunately, the driver is not going to be able to make that move, because what I'm not going to do is lie for you. If I'm a bust hell wide open, it's going to be for a good one. It's going to be for me. Okay? If I'm out here doing wrong or getting licked back, I'm going to bust hell open for that, for me, not for you. I got to save that for a good one. Okay? So, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do that. I apologize. A lot of times they might hang up on you. They might try to get some more information. The driver has let me to know that they have taken another load. The driver has let me to know that they're not going to be doing it. If it's something like that and I got to look a fool, but I'm going to handle my business because I'm a professional and I'm going to make sure that I do what I'm supposed to do by you and your business. As soon as that broker tell me not to call them no more, because sometimes the broker will tell you, you know what, don't worry about doing any business with us again. But if you're good and you have others, they'll be like, you know what? I'm not working with that carrier anymore. So don't call me about him. Don't call me about them. Don't tell me nothing else about this company. I'm about to do my carrier 411 thing on their end. Okay? And that's on them. And that's when you have favor. But as soon as you finish, however it goes, you contact them back. Hey, and then they ain't going to be friendly. Hey, yeah, I'm sorry about that, whatever. You know what? Thank you so much. In our contract, I said that you were not obligated to me. You did not have to be obligated to me, but I am very, very, meticulous when it comes to your word and what you say you're going to do. It is not easy to find loads. It is not easy to negotiate what you want and not get up off them and be a pit bull on them people because on the broker, because they have the money. It's sometimes, we are able to boost these brokers up sometimes $500 and $700 because they playing with you. And I got to call them back because you can't keep your word. Thank you so much. Okay, according to our agreement, I was very specific when I told you were not obligated to me and my dispatch service only, that you reserve the right to work with whomever it is that you wanted with, whenever you got ready to work with it. I actually broke that down to you, and I told you that when I contact you and I confirm with you, you reserve the right to tell me, no, I'm not going to be working with you today. I'm already working with so-and-so, or I'm thinking about going with such and such today. So that lets me know what I need to do with my day. But when I confirm with you, and I ask you, are we working together today? And you tell me yes, and I do what needs to be done, and I contact you, and you tell me you took it from somewhere else, that is immediate grounds for this partnership dismissal. Thank you so much for the opportunity to be able to work with you. I really, really wish you luck in the endeavors that you have with that dispatcher or however many more that you're going to be working with. But at this moment, from this moment forward, please review our agreement so you can confirm this for yourself. I am no longer doing services with you. Good luck. Stay safe out there. Have a great rest of your day. This is my business. Okay. And we're in partnership. But when we went into partnership, I told you what I wanted and what I was going to do for you. And you told me the same. Okay. And again, this is just a suggestion. If you want to use it, you go ahead and do that. All right. And lastly, I'm going to go into dedicated contracts. Okay. When you are working with your carrier, make sure that you confirm that they are okay with doing that. There are some carriers, owner operators, who do not want their truck locked in, because sometimes some of these companies will lock their truck in, and although they may be paying the truck good money, even when they don't use it, that carrier's mind is thinking, my truck is parked and I can begin paid from this contract, and I could begin paid running my truck, but my truck can't move because I obligated it to these people, whether they use it or not. So when you out here looking, don't get so excited. Make sure you confirm with your carrier that they are down for contracts, but also explain to your carrier they can still negotiate. They can still say what they want and what their demands are. And if ultimately they can't get what they want, they don't have to get into that. But I want to make sure y'all know that, because we get excited, and some of us who've taken these courses who told us to contact the shippers and the shipping managers directly. We shouldn't be operating in that space, and we've obligated something that the people don't want to be with, or they're nowhere near the location where the people need this functionality going consistently. Okay, so just be mindful. All right, so that's all I got for today. Okay, I hope y'all have a great rest of your day. I appreciate y'all for being here. You could have been anywhere but here, but you decided to, hold on, damn, you're good, and I don't have a business agreement with you. I am gathering info for my son. Okay, TikTok, that's what you're supposed to do. And like I tell y'all all the time, there's people who on here who are not even interested in this, but they gather some information. I think it's probably my delivery, because it's so real. And although I'm very professional in what I do, when I'm delivering information, I got to give it to you real, and I can give it to you like that because I've lived it. It's not made up. I don't have to read it. This is real, and that's how come I can give it to you so many different ways and so many breakdowns, because that's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. So I greatly appreciate y'all. You could have been anywhere, but here what you decided to pass by here and give me just a few minutes of your time, and I hope I did right by you. All right, so y'all have a great rest of y'all day. Thank you. And I got a little white around my mouth. Like I'm tearing. And y'all have a good day. Let me handle some business, get this if the thing situated so I can announce that to y'all, and I will talk to y'all later. And y'all, please don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Emmteenest Logistics and more. Okay, and follow me on YouTube, Emmteenest Logistics. All right, y'all have a good day. Be safe out there.